Welcome, young astronomers. Look up at the night sky. What do you see? Tiny twinkling lights called stars. Some shine brightly while others seem dim. But did you know long ago, people didn't just see random stars? They noticed that stars often form patterns like shapes or figures they knew. These patterns are called constellations. Imagine groups of stars making pictures like animals, heroes, or objects from stories. These star maps helped travelers and sailors find their way before compasses and GPS. Isn't it amazing how our ancestors used the sky as their navigation guide? So, the next time you gaze at the stars, remember they tell stories and guide us. Now, let me ask you, why do you think it was useful for people in olden times to recognize these star patterns? Pause for 20 seconds and think about it. Let's dive deeper into what constellations really are. Originally, people named star patterns based on their cultural stories. But since different cultures created various borders for these patterns, the International Astronomical Union, or IAU, stepped in during the early 20th century. They officially divided the entire sky into 88 regions, each called a constellation. So, when you hear constellation today, it means both the star pattern and the specific region in the sky containing those stars. This global agreement helps astronomers worldwide communicate clearly when talking about stars and celestial objects. Here's a question for you to ponder. If constellations are like countries on a map of the sky, what benefits do you think this common division brings to astronomers? Pause and reflect for 20 seconds. Feast your eyes on figure 12.3 displayed on your screen, a beautiful star map showcasing three famous constellations: Canis Major, Orion, and Taurus. Imagine Orion as a mighty hunter, with his belt made of three bright stars lined up perfectly in the middle. To Orion's left is Canis Major, which represents the greater dog. The brightest star in Canis Major is Sirius, also called the dog star, shining brilliantly and visible even with the naked eye. To the right, the constellation Taurus represents a charging bull. You can spot its head and long horns formed by bright stars, including Aldebaran, a glowing orange giant star. These patterns made it easier for early stargazers to recognize and remember star locations. Here's a question to spark your curiosity. Why might the bright star Sirius be especially important for navigation or astronomy? Take 20 seconds to think. Take a closer look at this extended star map from figure 12.3. This image highlights even more fascinating features. We still see Canis Major, with bright Sirius shining powerfully. In Orion, you can notice Betelgeuse, a red supergiant star, glowing with a reddish color and one of the biggest stars known. Orion's belt remains a handy marker with its three stars in a perfect line. The Taurus constellation holds Aldebaran, an orange giant star, and nearby is the Pleiades, an open star cluster. Unlike random star arrangements, star clusters like the Pleiades are groups of stars born together and close in space. To find these stars precisely, astronomers use celestial coordinates called right ascension and declination, which are like the longitude and latitude of Earth but for the sky. Here's something to think about. Why do you think different cultures had different names for the same stars or constellations? Pause for 25 seconds to reflect on cultural astronomy. Did you know cultures also link stars to their traditions? In Indian astronomy, special stars or groups are called nakshatras. For example, the bright red supergiant star Betelgeuse, part of Orion's constellation, is known as Ardra. The stellar cluster called Pleiades and Taurus is termed Critica, and the bright star Aldebaran is called Rohin. These names come with their own stories. used historically in calendar systems and astrology. It's fascinating to see how sky watching connects people with their culture across millennia. Imagine sitting under the night sky thousands of years ago, sharing stories about these stars and planning farming or festivals by their positions. Let's pause for 15 seconds. Can you imagine how important knowing star positions was in daily life long ago? Now, feast your eyes on Figure 12.3, showing two famous star patterns, the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper. The Big Dipper is part of the Ursa Major constellation, the Great Bear, shaped like a ladle or dipper with 7 bright stars. Similarly, the Little Dipper belongs to Ursa Minor, the Little Bear, and also has 7 stars but is smaller and dimmer. You'll notice the pole star, also called Polaris, at the tip of the Little Dipper's handle. This star is super special because it stays almost fixed in the northern sky, thanks to its position above Earth's North Pole. That means while other stars appear to move, Polaris helps people find the north direction, a crucial navigation aid. Let me ask, how do you think knowing the pole star's location helped travelers in the past? Take 20 seconds to think about story-like navigation by stars. Stars have inspired countless stories across cultures, and Indian communities are no exception. Forest tribes in central India view the 4 stars forming a rectangle in the Big Dipper as a grandmother's cot, with the other 3 stars as thieves trying to steal it. Meanwhile, fishermen along the Konkan coast imagine the same stars as a boat and its neck, a vital image for their livelihood at sea. These beautiful tales show how people connect closely with the night sky, giving meaning and guidance to their lives. Here's a reflection question for you. If you were to create a story about stars you see tonight, what shapes or characters would you imagine? Take 20 seconds to let your creativity soar. You might wonder how to find these star patterns yourself. It's like looking for famous landmarks on Earth. Start with bright stars like Sirius or patterns like Orion's belt. The 3 stars in a row are an easy guide. The Big Dipper's pointer stars help you locate the pole star straight away. As technology grows, smartphone apps make star recognition even simpler, showing constellations in real time. But the best way is by watching the night sky regularly. Stars might seem magical now, but soon you'll recognize their arrangements like old friends. Here's a question. What simple steps can you take tonight to find your first constellation? Pause for 20 seconds and think about your star hunting plan. Imagine you're a sailor centuries ago with no compass or GPS. How would you avoid getting lost at sea? By looking at the stars. The pole star, Polaris, almost directly marks the north direction. Sailors used constellations like the Big Dipper as guides, following pointer stars to locate Polaris. Even today, sailors and explorers learn celestial navigation as a valuable backup skill. It's not just about direction. Understanding star movements can help predict seasons and weather. Let's do Activity 12.1 together, where you'll observe star patterns and learn to find the pole star yourself. Ready? Pause for 20 seconds and picture yourself navigating by starry skies. Let's carefully go through Activity 12.1. First, locate the Big Dipper in the northern sky. You'll see a ladle shape made of 7 bright stars. Focus on the 2 stars forming the right edge of the ladle's bowl. These are our pointer stars. Imagine a straight line extending from these 2 stars outward. This line will lead you directly to Polaris, marked clearly in Figure 12.3 with a yellow arrow. Polaris, or the pole star, sits at the tip of the Little Dipper's handle. Once you spot Polaris, you know you're facing north. This simple yet powerful technique has been a trusted guide for centuries. Now consider this. Why does Polaris remain almost stationary while other stars appear to move during the night. Pause for 20 seconds to think scientifically. Let's wrap up what we've learned about stars and constellations. Stars light up our night sky. Some shine brilliantly like the dog star Sirius, while others are dimmer. Groups of stars form constellations, shapes imagined long ago, like Orion the Hunter or Taurus the Bull, helping people recognize and remember star positions. The International Astronomical Union officially defines 88 such constellations, paving a clear sky map shared worldwide. Two special star groups, the Big Dipper and Little Dipper, belong to Ursa Major and Ursa Minor and help us find the pole star, a star nearly fixed above Earth's North Pole that guides navigators to true north. Remember, these patterns are not only beautiful but also powerful tools for navigation and storytelling. Keep looking up and enjoy the cosmic wonders above. Stars are more than points of light. They are windows to the universe's secrets. Scientists study stars to unravel cosmic mysteries like how galaxies form and how elements essential for life are created. Even in today's technology-driven world, knowledge of celestial navigation is a vital survival skill for explorers and adventurers. Many cultural festivals around the world align with stars' appearances, showing how deeply stars influence our celebrations and agricultural cycles. GPS systems aid daily navigation, but they are built on principles related to space and stars. As you grow as young scientists, remember that the wonders of stars spark curiosity, innovation, and the quest to explore beyond our planet. What's your favorite star or constellation story? Keep discovering and dreaming. The sky's the limit. Now that you know how to spot constellations and use stars for navigation, it's time to put theory into practice. Step outside on a clear night and try identifying Orion, the Big Dipper, or the Pole Star. Don't worry if it feels tricky at first. Using star maps or apps can make learning fun and easy. Watch how constellations shift as seasons change, reminding us that Earth moves around the sun. Don't forget to share star stories from your family or culture, or invent your own legends inspired by the sky. Astronomy is a lifelong adventure. Stay curious, keep gazing upward, and who knows? You might be the next great astronomer or storyteller inspired by the stars. Before we end, let's recap. Throughout history, stars and their constellations have been our guides and storytellers. Polaris, the pole star, helps pinpoint north and navigate safely, making it a celestial beacon. Star patterns unite science and culture, showing creativity and discovery across civilizations. Observing the stars connects us profoundly to the vast universe. Now, try answering these quick questions. What constellation has a belt of 3 stars? Which star is known as the dog star and why? Why is Polaris called the pole star? Think for 30 seconds, then check your answers. Remember, curiosity is your best guide. Never stop asking, exploring, and dreaming about the stars.